Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where I thought we would start this stream off a little bit different. We are in the planner.flightsimulator.com. That's the web address. I thought we would create our own little custom flight that we're going to do in the DA62, and we'll use the tools that we can that are free. So, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday. And yeah, so we're off the coast of, or off the boot of Italy over here. So I think we'll do like a little random flight here around this island. But originally I was going to do some VIP stuff. By the way, I do have an update on that too as to why we don't have VIP missions in the beta. Let me see if I can find that really quick again. Well, anyway, I don't know where it is now. It disappeared on me. But either way, there was a bug they found in those missions, and it'll pop up at some point in another beta build. So just thought I'd mention that, because I did read that this morning. Hello, Monorific. So anyways, what we're going to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and pick our aircraft, which is, of course... I wonder what the exclamation point's for. Performance data on... Oh, okay. Because I know they changed up some of the UI from the last time we've done this. So I thought, may as well dive back into it. The DA62 Diamond. Perfect. And we're going to have it for the scientific research actually, no, we'll do passengers because that doesn't have the data. Range of 1,283 nautical miles, max passenger of 8. It's amazing how a plane like that can actually do that. Wake turbulence, light, and max fuel, 586 pounds. All right, perfect. So that is our plane selected. And we'll start off on this side of the island at Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. It is a towered airport. Longest runway is 3,326 meters. And 9-knot winds going on, not too bad. So we'll add this as our departure. And we could always go over here. Well, hang on. No, we'll head over here. That's fine. We'll kind of go along the outskirts of the island here. We'll add this as an alternate, maybe? Because I kind of want to make it... Oh, no, I know. Hang on. I'm messing all this up. It's been a little bit. Sorry. I'm trying to get used to this. There we go. We want to add a route. Append to route? Yes, there we go. We'll connect up to this. Add this. Add this. And then we'll do a little touch and go here. That's how we do that. Okay. I'm sure there's probably a quicker way of doing it, but that's okay. We'll just kind of go the route we're taking right here. Look how cool this is. I love this. Like, that's why I want to kind of dive into this a little bit more, since we haven't done too much with the built-in flight planner. That way we can just create our own little adventures here, I'll try to go through this quickly, though. I mean, we don't need to go too crazy on spending too much time on this. Do a nice little sightseeing tour here. Go over this town. And we'll break off of the island. We'll go out into the waters. Catch up with this. And then another touch and go. Through here. And then we'll add something that kind of brings us around here. We'll cut through. We'll go over this town. Like so. And we'll make this our final destination. There. Oh, look at that. What a flight. Very cool. I mean, this is just really awesome. Like, it's crazy that this is free. It'll still be even better once we can actually see our location in the sim on here as well, which is still coming, but there we go, our nice route. Not too worried about a specific approach. Just got this nice little island tour we're going to be doing with our DA62 here. We're definitely not going to go to 35,000 feet. Let's go ahead and do... I'm not sure what the highest elevation is. IFR low. We'll set this to 5,000. We should be all right with that. Cool, and then we're gonna go for a visual flight rule. It's a 42-minute flight. I mean, look at all the... Oh, it's so good, I love it. But anyways, a 42-minute flight. Not too bad. Got some touch and goes in there. And I'm not gonna worry too much about any of this. Cool, well, I think we are set to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this or save the flight plan. Island Adventure. There we go. And just like that, we're done. We can move over to... Oh, I don't even have it open. Hang on. My bad. But no, I think this is a perfect route. We're not doing anything in the northern part of the island, though, so sorry about the northern part. I mean, there's just more cities and airports down here, so I think it'll work out nicely. Do a little pass around the city, which will then bring us right into our destination airport. And yeah, so if you like this type of stuff, I'd love to do more of it. I'll just leave it up to the viewers if you want to see more of the flight planner, which anybody can use. It's free. It works with both the PC and Xbox version of the sim. And the flight plan we just saved will be in our sim when we load it up here, so we'll be checking that out as well. But cool. So, everything's set up. We will maybe dive into this stuff later on, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit, but just trying to get the basics down of everything. But it's a really great tool to get all the information you could possibly want for the airports, the planes, its performance, all that kind of stuff. But hello, Jason and Claudio. Hello, hello. And if you're just joining, we are in the free flight planner tool that is officially supported by Flight Sim because it's Flight Sim's planner. So you can use this for free on both the PC and Xbox. And we'll be doing live weather, because this is going to be free flight, of course. Looks like we don't have... We have a little bit of clouds over... Oh, never mind. We got a little bit later on in the day. It kind of builds up. We'll get the wind barbs on here as well. But yep, you can do all the different airspaces here. You can see where you can or cannot fly, restricted airspace. I mean, it's just, there's a lot to this. And it's still crazy to me that it's free. But alright, I don't need the weather on here. Looks like it'll be pretty relatively nice. There'll probably be some cloud cover. If it's too much, we can always turn that off, but cool. Let us switch over to the sim and load in our flight plan, which I'll show you how easy that is There's our Diamond DA62. We are going to switch this away from scientific observation. I was going to originally use that, but we'll swap to the passenger version and give ourselves a little bit more of a vibrant livery here. Ooh, that actually looks really good. Perfect. Alright, so I need to remember how to do this now because it's been a little bit. Do I do something here? Wait, I need to remember. It's been a little bit since I've done this. Holy crap. I think it's under EFB. Yes, there we go. Import from the web. And there is our island adventure right here. I'm going to go ahead and download that. And there we go. Just like that, all the waypoints we selected, the route we want to take, our touch and goes at some runways or some airports we're going to be flying by are all here. Done. Just like that. So, perfect. Our route is selected. If we go over here, it should... And then there's our 5,000 foot cruise altitude. One of the new changes from the latest beta build is this auto feature where I think we're finally done dealing with the career mode giving planes incorrect cruise altitudes that they can't reach. So I think we're finally moved on from that. So there's a new auto feature. It'll take into account what plane you're using, and it'll set the correct parameters for your flight. That was added yesterday in the update. So cool. All right, let's dive on into our airport of LICJ, which is right here. And we'll just pick a random ramp parking. Let's have a nice little flight here. And then while we load in, I'll dive in through the release notes that have changed for the DA62. Bulbs of pilot spotlights now glows when lights are turned on. New model and textures for the DA62 camera. Added seatbelts in the DA62. Added alternate static. Added windows. Fixed pedals. New position for EFB. Fixed pink texture on DA62 scientific version, or variation. Fixed tilling fabric texture in DA62. Fixed LOD livery official static 1. Fixed propellers DA62 feathering. Fixed animation yoke copilot button. Fixed emissive cockpit when battery is off. Fixed position of taxi and landing lights. Fixed fueling nozzle and animations not appearing. Cleaned .max and LODs for SDK. Added sun visors in cockpit. Added new screws on glare shield and ceiling. Fixed seatbelts position. Added loads in trunks. Fixed art windows. Cleaned 3ds Max for sample SDK. Added LODs for smoother switch. Fixed color interior for passenger and scientific variation. Fixed interior details. Added a detail map of leather hole. Added subdivision for LOD00 of all interiors. Fixed bug UV in interior. Cleaned livery static 1. Fixed missing feathering on LOD3 and LOD6. Optimized DA62 airframe. Added new screws on DA62 airframe. General polish and debugging on LODs, liveries, frost, and dirts of the DA62 are the changes there. And I don't think there was anything else further on. I could be wrong on that, but that's the major stuff for this aircraft. Very nice. Gonna go ahead and turn off or take off the cover there, the engine cover, and of course the chocks. Very nice. We got some nice little sunset going on as well, which is perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and quick start this. Very nice. I mean, I'm not really too worried about the ATC. But I mean, we can send it. We'll have to send it to our avionics anyways, so it works out. It's already there anyways, so that's perfect. But yeah, I'm not really too worried about the ATC. I mean, I guess we just have it on. But there we go. How cool is that? Our own custom flight plan that we made with the free tool. Obviously, we made more waypoints than we probably need, but I don't care. It's still cool. So, very nice. So, without further ado, let us go ahead and get going. Oh, here. Well, we'll try to do it nicely here. Let's tune to ground and get ourselves. I don't want IFR clearance. See, this is why I don't really do this. Yeah, I'm good. Never mind. We're gonna just do whatever we want to do. I don't need an IFR flight, thank you. Alright, so I have it set for runway 7, which is... Oh, I have this all backwards. Ooh, what's that button? That's a new one. Recenter on route. Oh, nice. Okay. Like that. So I'm going to switch this to 2.5 really quick. I mean, not that it really matters anyways, but there we go. Nice little quick fix. Wasn't even paying attention to what runway I had picked, so... Lovely. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday. And again, be sure to let me know if you are... Does this actually go anywhere? Nope, it sure doesn't. Alright, let me do a little donut here. But yeah, be sure to let me know if you'd like to see more of... when we do free flight stuff, seeing that flight planner. Because I think it's just such an awesome tool that you can use for free on both the PC and Xbox. Oh, I need to get the heat on as well. There we go. Even though I don't think we have to worry about that in Italy. I don't think it's gonna freeze, but... Oh, why does it still say off? Odd. Well, it's on, so... Very interesting indeed. Let's also get our altitude set up here. 5,000 feet. And start our little island adventure. We got a couple touch and goes we're going to be doing at some airports. And then heading all the way to the east coast of this island. Get a notch of flaps in here. And then once we're in the air, I'll check on the audio, make sure everything's a-okay there. Got some lovely views already. Oh. There's an AI on the runway. So that's probably why I picked that side of the runway, just because of the wind, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Hold up. Abort. abort. Apparently I forgot another cover somewhere. That's why our speed tape isn't doing anything. And that is the DA62's emergency bail on a runway, or on a takeoff there.
Aerial Trans 2715, taxi to gate 212 using taxiway Charlie Mike.
Okay, why is that actually not working? Oh, yep, there it is. Well. Alright. We should still have enough runway here. There we go. Look at that. That looks better. Oh, man. Don't mind us stopping on the runway, hopping out of the aircraft to remove a cover. Alright. Turn that off. Autopilot. Nav mode. And there we go. I'm a little bit worried about these mountains, but I'm sure they're less than 5,000 feet high, so very nice. And welcome JT and Eduardo, Monorific. Oh wait, I already said hello, but well, welcome back. Oh man. But if you're just joining, in the beginning of this stream, we actually made this flight plan ourselves under the planner.flightsimulator.com website, the official free flight planner that you can use. Oh, also do that. Just doing a nice little island adventure around Italy with the updated D6, D2. Almost forgot what I was saying. Uh-oh, I see another airliner. Ryanair. Don't mind me taking off this way. What a livery though, huh? Goodness. Nice. What a plane. Love that tail. Of course not. Hey Ben, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let me make sure the audio is all good really quick. I'll let you enjoy the sounds of the DA62. And I would have to agree, Ben, or JT. Audio sounded great as well. What's on the agenda today? Just doing a nice little sightseeing flight that we created ourselves with the flight planner here. this is our route today. That's another kind of cool thing too, is I can actually showcase where we're at. The only thing I really want from this still is seeing where we are on the map, because that is coming to this whole thing, which is pretty cool. But yep, this plan we made ourselves. We have a couple touch and goes we're going to be doing along the route, and yeah. It's just, it's cool that this is, I love it. I don't know how many times I've said it already, but it's cool. But yep, made this in the planner. We saved it. It goes right to your sim, and then you can open it up right there, and it'll be ready to go for whatever plane you're wanting to use, whatever route you're wanting to do, all that kind of stuff. You can get all the performance details, all the, airport information, runway length, if it's a towered airport, the weather, all the charts for the airports as well in here too, just in case you're wanting it. Oh my goodness, wanting it on a separate page or on a tablet or whatever else. By the way, I think I have water turned down. Water. Oh, there you are. Yep. All right, there we go. Switch that. There we go. Because as usual, I always have that stuff turned down when obviously I'm not flying around water, so. Is that the new maps? No, that is planner.flightsimulator.com. It is the free program that's made by Flight Simulator, where you can create your own flight paths or flight plans and all of that. And you can send all those routes to your PC or your Xbox, so it doesn't matter where you're playing, both sides can utilize that. And then once you have it sent, you can just import it in the sim, and it'll be right there for you, ready to go. I think it messed up a little bit though because of me sending it twice, so just kind of ignore that going on. Everything else looks the same, because it didn't look like that before, so I don't know what happened. It might have been when I changed the runway. It's not doing that on my plane, right? No, that's perfect still. And then it sends it to the avionics inside the aircraft as well, and you can just have your own personal setup for your flight plans. When you flew the Caravan last stream on Medevac, did you use live weather? I don't really know, honestly. I mean, it probably was. I wasn't paying attention to what mission it was. I was just looking for a short one. But I can tell you right now, this is live weather, live time, and everything like that. Because this is free flight. I was originally going to do a mission of VIP with the DA62, but there's a bug, so that's why it's not in the beta. But it will be returning at some point in one of these beta builds. Oh, yeah, it definitely was live weather because it was doing that weird, like, instant weather change. I remember that now. Yeah, yep. It made things very odd. By the way, glad we cleared that mountain. I was not even paying attention to it anymore. Looking pretty nice. Looks like satellite imagery is back to being nice again. Because we are running on the 4th beta build that came out last night, in case you didn't watch the update video. Some more EAFB improvements, and another fix for the 737, another crash fix for VR players, all that good stuff. Don't worry about mountains. Yeah, they kind of move out of the way, it's fine. But yep, rudder pedals have been fixed in here, interior LODs and colors and so forth have been fixed as well, or improved, I should say. I mean, what an aircraft. Still amazed by how many people can fit in this thing, though. I'd want to be back here, get that nice little wing view. That's what I'm talking about. And we're at 5,000 feet. We're going to start descending, though, because our first touch-and-go airport is on the way. So let's go ahead and start that. Bring that power back. We'll go 1,000 feet per minute. Only $199.99. What is that? What are we talking about? What are we speaking of here? I'm boycotting Marketplace. Okay. Thanks for letting everybody know. Sorry, just looking at some notifications here. Nothing important. Currently, I mean, the last thing they were talking about is end of April for Sim Update 2 is kind of the goal. So, end of the month. Looks like some vineyards down here on the cliffs. That looks pretty awesome. That's where I would live, up here. Just feel like you're cooler than everybody else. You look down in the valley, it's like, yep, I'm up here on the mountain. It's a pretty cool roundabout down there. Has little exits that you don't even get on the roundabout if you're just trying to get off immediately. Should be getting to our first turn here. What a lovely sunset going on. We'll probably have to bring it up a little bit. I don't want to fly at night. So we'll see. Because this is about a 40-minute flight we've created here. Nothing too long. Oh yeah, our turn isn't for a little bit. Okay. We didn't have to go on a hefty descent as much there. Bring that back up to 600 feet per minute. Not payware. This is default plane. If that's what we're talking about. But yeah, this is a default. Part of the sim. Bring our altitude down to 543. 300. That works. We'll also bring our nose up a little bit as well. We're descending fast enough. because we still got a little bit more until we get to that turn. For our first location for a touch and go, and then we'll be back up into the 5,000 feet range. Have you thought of streaming on Twitch? Nope, don't like Twitch. Not in the slightest. I love, like, this is an awesome livery. I wish I could use it in career mode. The day we finally get to just choose whatever livery we want on the aircraft is going to be excellent. Because it gets kind of old seeing the same thing over and over again, unless you're doing an employee mission, then you get different ones. But when you start your own companies, you're stuck with whatever the default livery is. I don't do anything third-party wise in the sim. I'm perfectly satisfied with just the vanilla experience. But I know lots of people love VATSIM and all that stuff, which is awesome, just not for me. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Hey Binky, welcome to the stream. But no, this is a default aircraft. And the way we created the flight plan, this is free as well. Anybody on Xbox or PC can use it. Like to keep mentioning it, because it is a really cool tool. Like I haven't used it too much. I'll use it even more once you can see your plane on here. I think that's going to be such an awesome addition to it. But this is our own flight plan that we created from this. It's planner.flightsimulator.com. You log into your Xbox account, because this is made by Flight Sim. This is an official tool, and you can create all this, have all this extra data. You can get cloud coverage in here, precipitation if there is. You can have all the restricted airspaces, the waypoints, nav aids. Like there's a lot to this. It's awesome. It really is. You have all the airplanes you can pick from. It gives you the details on performance of the aircraft. You can get all that stuff going on here. And then once you're done, you save it. It's sitting in your sim. You load it up and done. You're good to go. You can fly up there and get things going. But cool. Alright, let's pop back in here because we should be... Oh, yes, we are. Alright. I'm too busy showcasing tools and we'll have to fly right by our airport. I know we're a little low as well, which that's okay. Always need to raise the... Get a notch of flaps in here. Bring ourselves a little bit of power just to increase our altitude. I should have looked at the elevation of this because it's surprisingly kind of high up considering it's at sea level. But yeah, testing it out this stream, so anytime we're doing anything free flight, if people want to see the planner process of it as well, I'd be more than happy to continue doing that for free flights. Of course, there's gotta be an airliner in my way. We'll take off before we get too close to him. Who is this? DTR. I don't even know who that is. It's alright, we were just doing a little touch and go here anyways. Not a bad landing. I was a little distracted by the airliner, though, I'm going to be honest. So back into autopilot. And nav mode, please. Oh, we were set to it already. Perfect. Kind of an aggressive turn there to meet up with it again. No, that's okay. Oh, we're still descending as well. Very good. Let's not do that, please. Oh, because I had it set for the other... I messed that all up. I was on the wrong runway. That's why it was such an aggressive turn. I was confused by that. We had it set to the left runway instead of the right that we landed on. And this is what I get for talking about random stuff and not paying attention to what we're doing. And JT, I agree. I mean, I don't need any other things going on. We still have that cool power line add-on that we checked out yesterday. Even though I haven't really seen many power lines in this specific area. I saw a couple. Oh, never mind. There they are. I still love that it increases the draw distance because the default power lines are very short, so you only see in the general area around you. Plus, it's just cool having some different models going on. Hopefully the vanilla sim will be able to have that at some point too, where it kind of gives you a more variety as opposed to just that basic one. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We've got a little bit of ways till we get to our next airport, because I think our next one is way over here. Yeah, we got a touch and go there. Then we head north, do a little circle around the city, and then into our destination. Oh, really, JT? Very nice. I'm glad I could showcase it in a positive light. Got some wind turbines going on around here. Of course, we have a turn that we're doing, right as I'm trying to showcase it. This is the newest beta? Yep. Beta build 4, Sim Update 2's beta. Absolutely. But what about the $88 A3? Yeah, that's just... No. I don't see myself ever spending that much money for one plane. It's just... no. At most, I go 20, 30 bucks. The thing I look for is a plane that's fun to fly and looks great. That's my main thing. It doesn't have to be to a T realistic for me to enjoy it. But $80 for one plane, no thanks, I'm good. Especially an airliner. I'm perfectly fine with the airliners that are in the sim already. Especially the 737, have flown that a lot. And yeah, it's just... it needs to be like a very specific plane that I really want, and it supports career mode, then maybe I'll spend 80 bucks, but there's probably a 1% chance of that happening. Still got a decent amount of sunlight. Again, if it goes down, we'll pop it back up because I'm not gonna fly at night. Kind of defeats the purpose of sightseeing if we're just seeing lights. Alright, up to 5,000 feet. I'll bring the power back just a little bit. I mean, we can have it up there. It's not career mode, so not too big of a deal. Make our way across the island now, which really won't take too long. It's not that giant of an island. We'll be able to pop through. We'll go over the water a little bit. And we'll be running into another airport to do yet another touch and go. After that, we'll make our round around the city, which I forgot what it's even called. Catania. Yes, that's how you pronounce that. Anyways, we'll do a little loop around there, which will then bring us nicely into our destination airport of Lima, India, Charlie, Charlie. And we're going to... What runway are we landing at here? I don't even know. Hang on. 26. There we go. Even though I think I have it set for 8, don't I? I do. Let's switch that to 2.6, please. There we go. Oh my, now I messed that all up. Hang on. We'll just keep it on 8. Oh, now I've butchered it all. No. Oh, we'll just ignore all that. It looked much nicer before. Now I butchered it. Here, hang on. Let's do something here. Oh, and there's the 8. Okay, I see that now. Because it shows you where the wind's going and all that. So that's why it's wanting to go to 8. So we're going to go ahead and delete these. Let me redo this really quick. Hang on. And this is what happens when you don't pay attention to the weather. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to save this flight plan. Save any changes to it. Pop back in here. Import our new one. Nice, and look at that. Our new flight plan is here. Beautiful. And we'll probably still need to... Yep, we'll have to send this to route still. There we go. Updated it there. And done. Easy as that. To update on the fly your flight plan after you destroyed it in the EFB. Cool. Done and done. And we are in Italy. Flying in our lovely updated DA62. This route actually worked out because we're not having to increase our altitude to climb over the mountains in the middle of the island, so... At least this time we'll be going the correct way on the runway. Shouldn't have an airliner. Well, the airliner was going... Oh. I didn't land on the right runway, so that's kind of why he was taxiing there. Definitely nice seeing the LOD improvements because the stuff isn't just disappearing off the bodywork anymore like it was before. Because at this range, we wouldn't even see the antennas. Or the little steps to get onto the wing to enter the aircraft. So that's definitely nice to see. Man, I got all kinds of turbines up there on the mountain. The major changes was the first beta build of Sim Update 2. Oh. Didn't realize we... Didn't realize we kicked out of nav mode there. Alright, we're good. Oh, remember how I was saying, oh, I have the heat on, but it was still complaining? Now I realize it was because the cover was still on. So that's another great way of knowing if you forgot anything. It'll still say that, you know, there's a warning for it. So that's a pretty good indicator that you forgot a cover. At least we know for next time now. Alright, there we go. We're back on our good old flight plan here. Which, again, we're making great progress. Not too crazy of a flight or anything like that. I still like this recenter on route button now for the EFB. Kind of nice. Still don't like that map though. Let's go back in the satellite. There we go. And then, of course, if you didn't see it in the beginning of it, there's a nice new change as well in the route settings. You'll see this new auto button. I'm hoping this is also eliminating the whole thing with career mode, where it gives you the wrong altitude for the plane, like a 172 cruising altitude of 30,000 feet or something like that. But it'll calculate what plane you're in, so it'll give you a correct cruise altitude and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of nice. It'll get all that performance data, what the aircraft is actually capable of. It's got the climb profile, cruise profile, descent profile, which is pretty nice. So a lot of great additions. Like Sim Update 2 is overhauling the EFB quite nicely. A lot of great additions, UI changes, and functionality coming into it, which is great to see. But yeah, just thought I'd showcase that a little bit. Cruising at 170.5 knots. The sun's going to be getting quite close to dipping below the horizon over there. And here, you want to stab the window. Alright, anyways. Should I play with the beta? Depends if you want to help out with the beta or anything like that. If you're not wanting to have a separate profile for career and all that, then don't join. Because any progress you make in the beta does not carry over to the official build of the sim. Pretty nice. I like how it gets all dark on the ground when you're looking at a sunset. Yeah, money, millionaires, hobby, now sad. I don't even know what we're talking about, honestly. It's like, okay. Anyways. Got a nice cruise of 5,000 going on. We could probably lower that, because I'm not seeing too much. I mean, there is that mountain there. I'm not sure if we'll be on the right or left of it. Knowing my luck, if we lower our altitude... Well, actually, we probably have to increase our altitude anyways. It looks like we're lower than... Because, I don't know. We get close to it, but you can see the mountain right here. That red blob. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that then. So we'll go ahead and lower our altitude just a little bit. We'll probably go 500 feet down. And then Lima, India, Charlie, Bravo is our next destination. We'll touch and go there. A little short flight from there to our final destination of Lima, India, Charlie, Charlie. Nice little harbor town. The orange is fitting. The S stands for sunset. Nice little view of that for a little bit. Hey FMJ, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday, not Monday. I've gone back in time. Still some things that pop in a little bit, but it's definitely not as much popping in as before. Stay away from the inside of the plane. The thing I always love about the Diamond aircraft is just the little skinny tail that goes to a pretty decently sized tail as well. I always love these too. We've been going for an hour. We did our own little flight plan here with the free flight planner tool. And then we've just been flying around. Did a touch and go. About to do another one here shortly. And then heading to our final stop after that. The sun is almost gone. Position it right there. Should be getting a release, or not a release date, a date for the next developer stream for the month of April. Almost said March. I don't know where I'm at here, but I don't know. I feel like this year's been flying by. For sure, Binky. I mean, yeah, it's a great one. I'm glad to see some updates coming for it. It's been a blast to fly so far today, and again, hopefully in the next couple beta builds, VIP and charter stuff will be back, so we can use the Diamond some more for career mode. Oh, look how nice it looks in here. Awesome. Little passenger view of the setting sun. Or I guess you could say the sinking sun, since it is dipping into the ocean over there. Let us stare directly into... Oh, look at that. You can get a little bit of the reflection off the... Actually, it looks really cool. I don't think I've ever stared at the sun before. Oh, man. I just think 24 has done such a better job with colors in the atmosphere and so forth, especially on these sunsets. Got the different hues going on. And of course, if you add some clouds. Just awesome. We'll pop back into live weather here. Oh, I guess actually we weren't even in live weather. I think it was just clear skies. Oops. Well, my bad. I thought we were... I thought I had it set to live weather. Apparently not. Well, now we are, so that's okay. The sun would have been blocked otherwise. No doubt, Claudio, no doubt. This is our little area flying over the water. We'll be turning left to get our second touch and go in here. Which then after that we will be heading to our final destination of our pre-made custom flight. Or personally made, not pre-made. Our plane has been attacked by thousands of bugs. Gonna need to wash after this. Yep, we'll be turning left here in under a nautical mile here, heading to Nelda. And I think once we reach that waypoint, we'll start our descent. We'll probably do 500 feet per minute. That should be pretty decent. Because I'm going to imagine that this is at a, 700 feet elevation. So a bit higher than the first one. Look at those power lines, right? Love it. Hopefully we have this. I mean, yeah, it's the way we want it. It's fine. It's fine. And then, of course, we modified this just a little bit more. A nice, relaxing sightseeing flight over the island. Max, right now there's no heavy cargo missions at all. You can unlock it, but even if you had the Saab 340, which is the only aircraft currently, there's nothing to do with it. I'm still hoping we'll see something start to show up here in the beta here, but eventually the A330 will be part of it as well. But you're not missing out on anything. There's no missions to complete at the current moment. So even if you're not on any other version, don't worry, you're not missing anything. Because you will be able to use the A330 once it is available with the standard edition of The Sim. But yeah, I don't know why it's unlockable, especially since there isn't anything to do with it as of right now, since the release. So it's just, it should be something that shouldn't even be unlockable. It should just be locked. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Max. Okay, thanks a lot for letting me know. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm interested to see what the updated build of the A330 is going to be like, because what any builds released currently is horrendous. I mean, that was the worst flying I've had in 24, was with that A330. I mean, that thing was abysmal. And after flying it, I realized why heavy cargo isn't available yet, because that whole plane is just outrageous. And not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. Oh, our co-pilot's poking through the back of the seat here. Like there's even USB charging ports. Shame it doesn't have screen wipers, but still. I don't think it does in real life. If I'd have to guess. Because there'd be really no way, because a wiper really wouldn't work very well for this curve of the windshield here, especially on the sides. Is that our airport? Why am I seeing the Pappy lights? Yeah, that's definitely, I think that's our airport. Are we already over here? We're making some good oh wow, we are. Okay. We're making some good progress on this flight here. I mean, it helps that we're going 171 knots here, so not too bad. Go ahead and decrease that altitude to about, let's do 2,000. I think that'll be a decent way to go. Even though they're showing us as low for some reason. I mean, technically it shouldn't be seeing us anyways, so not too big of a deal, but we're going to descend anyways. We'll go about 500 feet per minute, starting a little bit earlier than I was expecting. We'll zoom in on our map as well. Oh, we're not starting that early. We're good. Do we have lights going on in here? Oh, we do. Are those auto or were they just always on? I don't know, but look how... Oh, that looks nice. Especially going on back there. Still got some lovely light. Oh, why am I in this camera? That's for people that don't want cool pictures. Or cool shots. Plus we can get our little left turn as well. Oh, I thought we were close. Wow. Okay, I did it. Oh, no, we're about to turn. Okay. Because I was like, it looked like we were closer than that, and then... Sure enough, we are. By the way, it doesn't seem like I have any... Oh no, I got the tail or the wing lights on. Not really seeing much of anything else going on here. There we go. Alright, it's time to focus up here. Still got a nice descent going on to, well, we'll bring that down even more now that we're lined up. Get our landing lights on. Give ourselves a little bit more power. Not too much though. I still think it'd be cool to be able to utilize the flight planner tool in career mode as well, instead of just whatever the sim creates for that specific mission. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at some point. Yeah, it's still showing us low for some reason. Well, here. We'll take control here. And we'll just not descend, even though I'm pretty sure it's wrong. But we'll see if it changes. Because it was still red when we were at 4,000. I don't know if it still registers us or not in the sim when we're not lined up with the runway specifically. But I'm just interested to see if it'll actually change or not. we'll just kind of hang out here around 2200. Because I'm just wondering if the lights are broke or if it's just, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I feel like right here we'd be hitting the sweet spot. Oh, did it change? Nope, I'm just seeing things. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just ignore that, because I don't know. Guess we'll see if it changes as we get close. Oh, there it goes. Hello. So maybe it's just a distance thing for this specific one. Because normally you always see it from quite a far ways, but... Well, there we go. There's 2 white over 2 red, so... I don't know. Maybe it's just the camera angle we got going on, but it seems like we're higher up than we normally would be. Get our notch of flaps in there. We lost a white. Let's get another one here. We're a little low. But yeah, I guess it was just the camera angle, just the way we were, like, I don't know, it looked like we were too high up, but sorry, I doubted you, lights. Now we've gone above the glide slope here. Quite the finicky little airport. It's like you're too low, you're too high. Shlomo, welcome, welcome. It's going great. Having a lovely time in the updated DA62. I still don't think I'm too low. Another little touchdown. Alright, final touch and go done. Let's head to our destination airport next.
Engaging autopilot.
Landing lights off. I mean, yeah, I'm in free flight, so people can join, but you have to be in the beta to see me, because it's all a different world with the beta. I haven't flown too much at night in the sim, but my goodness, what a difference from 2020. I mean, that looks awesome there, and then you still got the sunlight coming from the sun that's already dipped below the horizon. Awesome. But yeah, since the beta build is a separate world for multiplayer, that's why I don't really mention it too much. But once we're back on the live builds, we'll definitely be doing some more of it. But to join the beta, you need to get the Xbox Insider Hub app and go through those steps there to get into the beta. I know I said I was going to raise the sun up again, but it's kind of nice. I like the lighting we got going on here. Also, let's go ahead and turn down some of this. There we go. And we got sun visors now as well, which are new. It's a pretty cool animation for it as well, my goodness. Alright. Very nice. And where in the... oh, there they are. Don't need too much of that right now. And the rest of this flight is relatively short. A couple waypoints to go through. Got that awesome mountain off our nose here, which can't really see too much of right now. Got a little cloudy. Oh, let's see here. How is the weather doing here? 7-knot winds. Nothing crazy. Refreshing in 60 seconds. Oh, that's another thing too. You don't have to wait for the auto updates for METAR data. You can refresh it immediately in the EFB as well, which I haven't even looked at. Let me see if I can find where that even is. Or something can be I don't know where it is specifically, but I know you can force a refresh of weather data, which is kind of cool. Couldn't tell you where that is, but I saw it in here, so that's why I thought about it. Here's our lovely airport we're heading to. Love how high detailed they are. Like, you can zoom in all the way and it still looks nice. But yeah, we'll just probably park somewhere around here. Cool. Back to the route, please. Thank you. Oh, it's the airport. That's right. It's here, and then there you go. Nice. Thank you. But yeah, now you can refresh it whenever you want. Because right now I think it was 5-minute intervals of it updating. So if you want something right off the bat, you can do so. And I think more airports should be having this type of data too, even if there isn't a METAR. Kind of just pulls random weather information from some other sources for the airport, which is nice. I still have a cabin light on. What is going on? Who's turning on the light back here? Get this off. You get no light. See, we're just... Where is the button for? Oh. There we go. Okay. See, we're just practicing when we have passengers in here. Oh, I did not set the altitude. Uh-oh. Hold on. 4,500, please. Well, here, you know what? We'll do flight level change mode, because now I think it's less aggressive and less crazy as it was before. Because now you can change the whole climb profile and descent profile in the EFB. It keeps into account what airplane you're using and all that. Even though I don't see it doing much anyways. Okay, I'll just stick to my vertical speed mode. Hold back on that power or go 1,000 feet down, because, you know, just too busy talking about everything else, wasn't even paying attention to us, just endlessly climbing into the clouds. But yeah, we'll bring this down to 4,000. Get a bit of lights going on in here as well now. Me turns on autopilot. Autopilot, time to die. Nice. Sounds like you got a fantastic autopilot. Love the lights under there. Alright, there's that other random airport, and then there's ours right there. We can already see it. Right along the water. I think this was a pretty fun flight. Some nice scenery, good old sunset going on. And of course, happy to see the Diamond going nicely here. Hey, Blaze! Oh, so you still do vertical speed even with the oh, see, I'm just skipping a step then. That's perfect. Because that's why I just... No wonder I don't use that mode. Unbelievable. But I gotcha. It's all good, though. It's all good. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully having a fantastic Wednesday. With my bug-splattered windshield. What's 100 look like then? I've got to be honest, it doesn't look any different no matter what it's at. It looks like it just goes full 100% brightness right off the bat anyways. Oh. Wasn't paying attention. We got to my altitude already. But yeah, I think something's just kind of glitchy with that because it just goes 100% right off the bat. So a little bit more work to do on here. Because I was wondering that when I turned it on, I was like, ah, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. The glare shield's fine though. That you can actually see it changes intensity. One thing I always love about night flights is when you have this, you're about to go on to one of the final turns and you just see the runway there. It looks awesome. We're in Italy, Shlomo. And then there's that mountain we were talking about forever ago. Bring this up a little bit. I'm assuming probably close to sea level. I'd be surprised if we have anything crazy going on elevation-wise. I can't... Please. There we go. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm trying to hit the more info. But yeah, 21 feet elevation, so... As expected. So it'll be just a little bit to the left there, but we'll have another waypoint that brings us further over. Bring the nose up a little bit as well, just to kind of get us into a good glide slope. Again, showing us too low, but I still think something's just, I don't know. I think it's just a distance we have to get to in order for it to start registering us. Even though I don't think I've really noticed that before. Normally it's always showing you where you're at this point, but for some reason it's... Oh, there we go, we got 1 white, 3 red. We're flying to our wrapping up of the stream currently. This is our final destination. And then once we get our second white light, we'll bail out of autopilot and take control for the rest of it. Which we should be getting any second now, I would imagine. And there you go. Fontana Rossa Airport. LICC. We're not even descending by that much. I'm surprised we haven't caught up to it yet. There we go. One thing I don't like about the camera in this thing is that you're always like a foot tall off the seat. Alright. Bye, autopilot. We're done. And we're gonna go ahead and... I need to trim this thing out. It's trimming so much here. It's one thing the sim loves doing is setting a trim that's just ridiculous. Just like with the 737. There we go. Get our landing lights on. Get control over this again. Unbelievable. Gears down. Flaps to our lovely 1 notch. losing too much altitude because I'm paying attention to everything else but what we're doing. And possibly, Caleb, it sounds like a Vision Jet type thing to have. Oh, we already had... Wait. I don't know why the lights are blurry. That's kind of odd. Like everything looks fuzzy. Huh? What? I heard Vision Jet. I knew it wouldn't be long. Oh, man. I was waiting for Blaze to pop in. Anytime Vision Jet pops up. But yeah, it's weird. Everything's blurry in this cockpit. With the windows. I don't know if it's the windows causing it or what, but I don't remember ever seeing everything being so absolutely weird and fuzzy. As a matter of fact, it's quite horrendous to look at. Not my favorite landing, but I'm gonna be honest, this lighting is awful. Like, I don't know why it looks so fuzzy. Do another one in the daytime, because I don't like that landing. Because that was just really annoying to look at. Like, I don't know, it's just... it was bugging the crap out of me. We'll do a quick little turn around here. I need a cheat code to wash aircraft. Get rid of these bug splatters. I'm not looking at you, co-pilot. I'm trying to look at the runway here. So don't act like I'm looking at you. Absolutely, Benky. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. When you fly to Portugal again, I have no idea. No idea at all. Alright. Let's try that again and not get distracted by the blur. Like, I don't know, that was weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before on the night flights I've done before. So I'm not sure if it's just because of the glass on this plane or what that was, but not a fan. Not a fan at all. is there always an airliner having a taxi out on the runway now? Why is that? And why would he? He just came from the taxi. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go this way, actually. Okay, one more thing too, hang on. This whole time, every time I brought the gears down, I'm like, why does it get so much louder in here? And I think the issue is, it's playing the audio that should be happening when the plane's on the ground. Because I realized there wasn't an audio change once we did touch the ground. So that's with the gears up, and then let's hear what it sounds like with the gears down. Because you hear that going on. And it just sounds like it's like the wheels are going on the ground. Like, I don't know, it just sounds really weird to me. Or maybe I'm just hearing things, but it just sounds off. Yeah, it's playing the ground audio. Because I was vaguely hearing that earlier, and I was like, ah, it's just something weird, I guess, or I'm just hearing things. But yeah, it's... As long as the gears are down, it's playing that audio. For some reason. Or am I just hearing... I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like I'm hearing like it's on the ground. I'm going to mute the microphone so I can have it all turned up for me so I can hear what if there's any difference on the ground or not. Because I don't think there is. And the reason being is because it's already doing the audio, it seems like. Shlomo, we're about to wrap up the stream anyways. It doesn't much matter. I don't know if it'd be making that much noise, really. Because I want to hear if it sounds different once we touch the ground. guess it is air. I don't know. It just sounds. I don't know. Something about it just sounds weird to me. I don't know what it is. Because see, this is... Hear the taxi sound now? That's what it sounds like in the air to me when the gears are down. I think there's something weird with the audio. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right. Because it sounds exactly like this in the air. And it sounds like, you know, just you taxiing on the ground. But yep, I don't know. That was weird. It might just be me, it might not. But who knows? All I know is I'm pretty sure something audio-wise is a bit wonky on the 62 right now. Okay, so it isn't just me. Good, because I was about to say, I mean, it sounds like I'm taxiing in the air, which is weird. But cool. Well, it's still a fun plane to fly. Obviously, some audio things to work out on it. Because, yeah, I was just like, why am I taxiing in the air? Doesn't make any sense. But very nice. I did not mean to enter photo mode. I'm just glad I'm not the only one that feels like it's the same sound, because I was like, I hope I'm not losing my mind here. But alright everybody, there we go, a little flight in the DA62 thanks to our custom flight plan we made in the free flight planner that comes with the sim. Pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, oh my goodness, did not mean to do that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed another stream. Let me get our camera set up here so we can enjoy it from the showcase. Oh, hang on, I forgot. Hold up. You can't control the showcase camera settings when you're outside the aircraft. There we go. Gotta do all this again because it always likes to reset, even though I wish it wouldn't. Developers, please make my showcase camera and not keep resetting everything every 2 seconds. But alright, there we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with a Diamond DA62. Some things I'd still like to see worked on. And now this jet's probably really loud, so you probably can't even hear me anymore. This whole outro is ruined. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!